Meow meow. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today it's gonna be a buttoning up type of day. We're gonna be changing the oil. We're gonna be installing the air box, the arm, and the filter box itself. Modified the catch can to a breather, so it's like breather and catch can. I'm gonna pull the wheels back out, double check all of the suspension, given that I drove it last night and I heard some noise on the passenger side. So we're gonna double check that. I'm gonna try to cover up the hole that's on the center console because there's nothing covering it, so you can literally see the floor when you're driving. A few other little knickknacks we'll figure out along the way, but first I am going to go to Subway, grab something to eat. The weather is a ton cooler today. As soon as I open the garage, you can feel the breeze hit you. The heat is not here, so that's definitely a plus. And I'm gonna feed Mel real quick, and then we're gonna take the photo out, so that way we can have the oil nice and warmed up when we come back. All right, so all that I've done so far is install the stock air box back into place. I could have sworn that was a carb legal header. Apparently it's not, so it's not. I'm using a top half DA arm with the stock D15V2 box, and it fits perfectly fine. Other than the fuel pressure regulator and the NRG catch can down there and the header, it looks fairly stock, but it is what it is. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out that can, take off those Allen keys right there, the bolts, and then kind of look through that backside and see how thick this is right here, because like I said, I want to cut it or drill it, and then I'm going to run the barb fitting. Where's it at? I'm going to run this barb fitting on top, so that way we have the breather right here rather than where it used to sit right there. And where it used to sit right here, it was teed off, and I bought a barb 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch, pretty much stuck a hose into one end, and then I bought a brand new 1-foot hose right here to route it back to the can, and that's pretty much set to where it's gonna be at. And then like I said, I'm gonna take this, put a barb right there, and set the filter on top. So I'm gonna remove that, modify it, reinstall it, zip tie it into place so that way it doesn't move all over, you know, that corner, even though it doesn't move now. And then like I said, I'm gonna button up a few more things before we change the oil. The engine is kind of cold now, so I'm gonna have to re-warm it up, so that way the oil will flow more efficient when I'm draining it. This is about 1/4 of an inch. It's about as thick as that side right there. And like I said, I'm pretty much just going to drill a hole big enough for this. I don't have a tap, so I'm just going to find a bolt of the same pitch, or a bolt of the same size that has threads on it, and pretty much just, you know, take an impact and just screw it back and forth a couple times until it threads itself. And then once I put this sucker on, just do like red Loctite, and it'll secure it in place. All I'm pretty much wanting this to do is not pop out, and I don't think there's enough pressure in all-motor B20V to really pop that sucker out. So having a filter is better than not having a filter, because ideally if the crankcase is coming out into this can, there's no for air to escape anyways. So having that filter and that hole right there open, that should be enough for the B20Vtec to breathe. Woo! I guess I didn't have to use any Loctite after all. So I drilled a hole a tad bit smaller than the threads, and then pretty much took an impact wrench and drove it right in there. So this is like, it is on there. This shit ain't going nowhere. Now I'm gonna reassemble this, reinstall that back over there, secure it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Boom. Now let's move on to the passenger footwell, so we can clean up all the ECU, get that all put back in there, and then put the carpet and all back in the spot. Man, I always be wearing the wrong shoes doing this shit. Anyways, so all I got to do here is tuck these up nice and clean to make sure it's not like tugging on anything, and then put the ECU back where the original ECU sat, and just pretty much kick this over the carpet and then under the floor mat, so that way we can ejecto seat on the passenger. And then may or may not put the shield back in, because I don't remember if these guys fit or not. I'm gonna button that up, and then we'll move on to these two giant holes right there. Kind of curious about this bungee cord sitting in here. Maybe it's a hammock for a mouse, I don't know. So here I made a plate out of like thin sheet metal that I had lying around from previous projects, and I cut this one right here to the shape of this oval, and all I'm going to do is put like window glue all around this, and then pretty much just kind of mush it up between here, and put some duct tape over it, let it dry, and then that should be fully you know, enclosed. As far as this one goes, for manual cars, there's a lip that sticks up about 1/2 inch, and then a boot goes over it, that pretty much keeps all the elements from coming up inside the tunnel here. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because automatic doesn't have that lip, given that the shift selector sits right here nice and flat. I may just cut another sheet out, but right here in the center, cut a nice hole, so that way it kind of slides right over this shift linkage, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll glue the edge of the sheet metal, and then let it compress up against this frame and let it dry itself out. This one is already dried up, and just did this one right here, and I also applied some glue to the holes that are just wide open. So I drilled the hole, and then cut accordingly, and then now we have the hole closed up, and the shifter doesn't even touch it at all, so I'm not worried about you know, like smacking into the plate or whatever. So I'm gonna go pull the center console out, pull the boot, and the thing about this console, it already has the slots right here, and then there's little screw holes in the back to put a shift boot in. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll button all this back up and go find something else to do. I'm just now remembering that this is an RT 4-wheel drive center console, and it's a lot taller than the front wheel drive one because of the shift box, and this has 4 screw tabs instead of 2 tabs and 2 screws, so this is not going to work on the center console. I'm just going to tell them, you know, on your free time, go to the junkyard, grab one from a manual car, and put the boot in yourself. So I'm going to put this back up. So I tightened up all the motor mounts again, and they were all super tightened. I went under the suspension area here. I tightened up the 17 to the radius rod, and then the 17s to the cross member. I tightened up the 17 to the fork, the 14 to the fork, and they're all super tightened. The lower ball joint is super tightened, and the cotter pins in there. The axle nut is tightened, and the little tabs pressed in. The brakes aren't applied. If you guys watched my last video, I was talking about how kind of smelt the brake a little bit, but the brakes are not obviously to spin freely, so then the calipers aren't compressing the pad like I thought it was. But everything's tightened, like I said. Every time I work on EFs, like this has been going on for years, it's a noise that I've always heard. It's like every time I do something aftermarket, motor or suspension wise, traction bar, I always hear this click clacking, and was never able to pinpoint it. It doesn't affect anything, like it's a noise that's bothersome, but this is not my car, so I'm trying to figure it all out. Everything is tightened up as it should, and I haven't driven it yet, so what I'm about to do is warm the car back up, and then I'm gonna drain the oil, and then put the new fresh mobile one in here. So I'm texting Eric right now and see what he wants to do as far as the hood goes, because you can see right there it's already digging into the valve cover in 3 spots, the 3 exact same spot as my car when I had a B20V in my sedan, right there and right there. Now the problem with not doing anything as far as cutting or smacking it in, whatever, once you close the hood, it's a 2-man team to reopen it. One has to hold the latch, one has to push it down, so that way we can pop it back up, given that it is compressed. So either I cut it off or I smack it in with a hammer. He pretty much says send it. Ooh. So I sent it. Oh yeah. So much memories. My EF Sedan, I had B20V, had LS meshes, I had SI seats for my hatch. God damn it. So I just hit him up, Eric, and I'm gonna go pick him up. I'm gonna do like a little drive, and then I'm gonna have him drive to bring me back home and get his like impression of it. Given that this guy has driven a 1.5 automatic for quite some times, this is a whole different feel for him. So I'm gonna clean up real quick, and then I'm gonna head on out. So homeboy about to take me back home right now. I pretty much just ran him through the whole car, told him everything that he may need to address, and then the check engine light will swap out when we have time to get the warranty on the distributor. And yeah, he looks pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked. So the stock intake was the reason why the car was choking, because I took it out right here and the car was driving amazing. I smacked VTEC and all that good jazz. So that was just thrown in there because his original intake was like an eBay one with no carb sticker on it. And I just talked to him right now. He actually has a shift boot, which is dope. And then he also has a brand new Carb Lego AM intake, which he's gonna throw on. And you know, like I said, I put the stock one on because I wanted to be, you know, no reason to get a ref ticket or some shit. So because he has a carb one, he'll toss that on here as well. He's about to take me home right now and just kind of get his, you know, like how he feels about the car, because this is all new to him. So second gear, kind of baby into it. Whoa, 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 speed racing already here? Damn, natural, bro. You drive stick shift before? Yeah. Damn, bro. What the fuck? It's peeling out already, dude? You just started driving this thing. Boy, you. That boy fast? It's fucking peeling out of the lights and shit, bro. Relax. I actually miss feeling this SI, miss sitting in this SI. It's been a good minute. This car is just stupid quiet. Dude, crazy how much more it picked up without the intake arm. Yeah. I was sputtering the whole freaking time to the freeway until I took it off. You just peeled out, bro. I didn't even do that earlier. The car was choking itself out when I was doing that. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to find that engagement point. No, like I had to scoot the chair hella forward to get closer because I felt like it was too far, you know. And then I mean I already found the sweet spot on it, but for you, shit, boy, I'm over here holding on for dear life. You won't do it. You won't hit it. Oh, he didn't get into VTEC yet, bro. Dude, that's the. The VTEC sounds so funny, dude, in this fucking car. And you gotta drop the clutch, like drop it. Don't slip it, drop it. Like the down. Trust me. I drag race, so if I know. Rev it high. Higher, a little higher. Drop it. See that? Don't be killing the cat, fool. Wait, that's not my cat. Sure. Yeah, that's not my cat. Anyways, hey. What was your impression of this car in the first drive, other than that race car peel out you did over there leaving your pad?
Didn't get in alignment.
Oh, definitely in alignment. He's so scared, didn't want to do a pull on it because of bad alignment, but I did a few pulls. Sorry I didn't get a pull for you guys on the freeway because the car was sputtering out due to the restriction of the stock intake, but I am sure we will, you know, do some pulls later down the road or something, but as of right now, we're gonna cap the video out. We still got daylight, so my achievement has been unlocked. That means I can close this video out and go play some CSGO. If you guys want to play it with me, my name is Stewie Griffin, exactly how it's spelt. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.